Hey everyone, Ronnie Rowe here again this week for another edition of my YouTube channel. Taking a look at my cross stitch, other people's cross stitch, and just trying to answer some questions I got this week about designing and about publications and about whatever there is in cross stitch world. Thank you very much for coming back. I really appreciate it. And I hope each and every one of you that have subscribed to the channel, push the button, subscribe button. Each and every, are enjoying this. I am. We talk about a little bit of different things every week. So anyway, that's what we're going to do again this week. What did I do this past week? What's going on in Ronnie Rowe's world? Oh, I tell you what, I had a good conversation this week with a good friend of mine, Julie, at Stitching with Jules. We had a Zoom meeting this week and we went through some things. We talked about miniatures, which we'll talk about some more in a second. We talked about marketing, how to get all the stuff, us being designers, and how do we get our product out to the rest of the world. What else did we do? We talked about figured out how to do the black and whites. That was a big question. Julie and I both have, and I have for a long, long time been doing the black and whites. And normally all of these are pretty large designs. And how to cut those down to make them miniatures and still retain a lot of the detail in that. I'm still working on that. There's some processes I'm trying with a gift converter program along with Affinity Designer. I'm also going back on my other computer. I got several computers sitting here and looking at an old program I had called Canvas. And that was a program that was developed by Deniba Softwares out of Florida that I used a long, long time ago when I first started doing them. And so I'm going back looking at that and see if we can transfer some of the techniques or things in that program to the newer programs that are using on a later Mac that we're using now. So anyway, Julie and I have been discussing that and what we'll be doing, and we'll let you know how that's coming along. But had a very good conversation with her, and hope we solve some of our problems. Anyway, one question came up this week to me was, and after talking to Julie, where do y'all get your patterns from? Do you buy them from shops or the internet, or exactly where do they come from? I'm very curious about that to find out. I got a reason behind that, and I know that I market my patterns on SD, my website. I've got national distributors that distribute my stuff. I know Julie hadn't gotten a distributor yet. I don't believe that one, but I've been fortunate enough over the years to know these people and have gotten some distributors. That's the way I get my product out. But where do you buy it from? Do you buy them from shops, or do you buy it directly from the designer, or do you go to web store? How do you do that? And that would help Julie and I a whole lot in our marketing schemes and what we want to do as far as getting patterns out to people. And the best way we can do that economically for the buyer as well as for us. Printing's gone up, shipping has gone up dramatically. I know all of you have been to the post office, and so shipping is really gone up for a lot of people, and especially for us designers sending stuff out. So that's really a reason we want to know a lot of this. I talked about the miniatures. What I've been doing with miniatures this week is I've taken several of my designs: the green door, the baseball glove, baseball, the green tractor, the mallard ducks. I've taken those designs this week and I've shrunk those down to approximately 120 by 80, and that's about half the size of what I normally put out with one of my original designs. And I do have those out on the SD site, miniatures for 2023. And so if you want to take a look at those, they are out there right now. Um, Morning Light, as we discussed last week, that's already been out there. I finished Morning Light. I showed that to you last week. Um, and that is going to the distributor sometime next week, along with several other new designs. Talked to General Manager Rod at Hoffman Distributing, and so he wants the stuff by the middle of February so he can display the works at the Nashville Trade Show. And since I won't be going this year, and a lot of folks do buy directly from Hoffman, a lot of shops, because they can go to one source and get a lot of things. They don't have to go to designer A, B, C, and separate orders. They can go that one place and buy everything. And so I'll be sending Rod a lot of stuff next week, it looks like right now. The Nashville show is coming up. It's a great show. Um, Talk to your local shop owners. A lot of shops attend that. A lot of designers attend it. It's a great place to meet people, meet a lot of the other designers. A lot of people attend this show. And reason I'm not going this year is just logistics. It's a long trip for me. It's about 11-hour drive. And last year we're just wife and I. Hey, we're I just turned 39, and the wife turned 38 a couple weeks ago, and so we're getting along in age. We just didn't want to spend that 11 hours on the road. And time you get there, you have to unpack everything, set everything up, and everything. So it's a lot easier for me, particular, just to go ahead and send them to distributors and let them distribute at the show. I can remember years ago going to Charlotte when I first got into this. We would go to the Charlotte Trade Show, and I'd come out with some new designs. And of course, at the Charlotte Trade Show was two floor levels on that, and all of the really people into it were on the first floor. And they'd put people like me up in the second floor behind the water cooler, the escalator of or what. And I'd get to the show and have my designs. And as it walking downstairs, distributors already had them out there, people buying them from the distributors. And I'm kind of sitting there scratching my head, wondering, why am I here? Well, I was there because you meet people, and it was a lot of fun. So, but anyway, that's basically the same thing that happens to me at the Nashville show. But will miss it this year. Fantastic show. It is run very, very well by the folks out in Yarn Tree does that, and they do a wonderful job with that. So anyway, I wish everyone a lot of success there. Like I say, I'll be sending Morning Light, a lot of other designs out to them. What I told you a couple weeks ago about losing a picture flight by UPS, and that's gone. That's one that I will I really miss, and really I wanted. So I've started restitching flight, and I want to show you where I am. Got a long ways to go with flight. It's a big design, but anyway, I'm across the top. I'm getting. What am I showing you? I'm showing you the back. I'm getting there. So that is where I am on flight right now. You can see part of the space shuttle coming up, one small step, part of the boot. That was the footprint on the moon, along with the International Space Station. So that's where I am. Still got a lot of stitching to go on that, and I'll finish it. It'll be months, I'm sure. And actually, I'm doing the stitching on this one as I'm watching NFL playoff games. So it's what I've decided to do. I have to decide which one I want to stitch on it. It's the first time that I've ever had two projects going at the same time. And the other one is Blue Haven. And that's the one that we decided we were going to do next. I decided I was going to do next. This one with the sky across there and a little boathouse. I got the sky, and I don't know about the colors I've used so far, but that's the sky, how it's going to look. I want to get the fog in here and drew all that in. And I don't know how well I've done. But anyway, I have started stitching that. And I want to, excuse me, I want to show you where I am on this, and I'm trying to get the fog. That's hard. And so that's where I am on my stitching on this thing. And I got it on this board. This is, goes in a hoop. You can probably see the hoop right here where I use. But anyway, that's the background for Blue Haven. Right now, I'm not really sure about the colors. I don't know if I wanted it that dull looking or if it is well, but I'll lighten it up some when we get down in this area. So excuse me again. But hopefully that's going to come together and I'll keep you informed of that. I told you last week that I would be putting out a PDF file so you guys could get a copy of it and follow along with me, but I do not have that right now because I do have part of the PDF file, but some of the pages I haven't put together yet, haven't figured out exactly where I want to go with that. So when I do, I'll let you know. But that's what's going on with Flight and Blue Haven. One thing I want to highlight this week, I want to show you. It's out on my Etsy site. This is a design I did years ago, the Palace Illumination. And this was a book, a regular just cross-stitch leaflet that I put in a kit form. And I put the blue material, cut the material, the blue 14, and this is 14 count. Put the little needle in there. I got 11 skeins of floss in this thing. And I don't know if you've been to the store yet to buy floss, but floss is, excuse me, I got it in my throat. But floss has really gone up, and it's gone up in my area, and I'm sure it's gone up in your area. And if you're able to get floss for 75 cents a skein, you're doing really good right now, I think. I get mine, I got a Michael's reward thing. I buy some floss from Michael's and other places, but Joann's Fabric carries it. But that's the DMC. But I got 11 skeins in this thing. And if you look at the material in the skeins, and I got this thing out there, this is a whole kit. You get ready to go. I think it's $12, something like that. So I think it's a pretty good deal as far as somebody wants that. If somebody wants that design, which is a nighttime view of the Palace Illumination, which shows the fireworks and the Governor's Palace in Colonial Williamsburg. But anyway, I wanted to highlight that this week and let you know that that's available out on Etsy. What else? Oh, thank you for your comments about my office and how I rearranged things and got everything looking so much better. And I'm so happy about this. I mean, you can really tell I did a tremendous job with the office. And so I'm going to continue work that way. I think before I told you I was going to redo the whole thing, I think the only thing I did was probably move a stack of paper from there up there or something. That's probably all I really did, in all honesty. What else? Excuse me. What else going on? Not much more this week. Like I say, talk to Julie and working on these designs. When I get down into the little house that I'm going to put on this Blue Haven, I'm going to do another video to show you the process going through with Affinity Photo and Affinity Designer, GIF Converter, the Keynote, which I put everything into when I'm finished. And so I'm gonna show you how I go about that. And I'll walk through a few more steps that you haven't seen before, hopefully. And but anyway, that's my plans in the upcoming week, and we'll see how that goes. But for right now, that's what I am doing. I'm back to the Y, doing some swimming laps. No, my name is not Hillfinger. I mean, Tommy and I are close, but we still had to buy it. But anyway, I'm back to the Y, swimming. I'm doing a swimming. I am planning on doing a design on swimming, and that's going. I'm in the works on that. I've got a lot of little things in the pot going. One thing that I am going to be doing on my new designs, and for instance, morning light. What I'm going to show you. What I used to do, or I was doing with my designs, and see if you like it. What I was doing was the cover of the design was all printed, and this was black. This was color printing for that. This particular one page in here, it was costing roughly 80 cents just for that one page because of the color and everything. And that has gone up on me. So what I'm doing now with my designs, I'm doing a black and white. It's going to be the same design and everything, but I am actually doing a 4x6 photograph right here, and spray mounting that and putting it on this, and actually sit down with a piece of paper, take a picture, spray mount it, and put it on each one of my designs. And the reason I'm doing that is cost. Yeah, this is a whole lot. It's the same thing, but it's a lot less expensive to sit there and put patterns out. And hopefully, I can keep the cost down on these things because, like I say, with the cost of printing, the cost of I'm babbling on about my that you don't want to hear that, I know, but that is reality. But anyway, that's the way the new ones will look with a 4x6 print on them instead of the whole page being printed. Um, Nothing else this week, I don't guess. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you had a great week. I hope you have a great weekend coming up. We got two tremendous football games coming up this Sunday afternoon. We got Philadelphia's playing San Francisco, and we got Kansas City playing Cincinnati Bengals. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm a big sports fan, so I enjoyed that. So anyway, I'll be doing a lot of stitching during those games, but I plan on spending the weekend with that. Next week, talk more about it next week when I do a video. But next Friday, not this coming Friday, next Friday, I'll be going to Woodlawn to take pictures up there for their annual Woodlawn needlework show, which is one of the largest ones in the country. That's a really good show. And like I've said before, if anybody gets the opportunity to go to Woodlawn to see that, you ought to do it. You'll see some unbelievable stitching and design work up there. I mean, these are really good stuff. So, but anyway, until then, hope you have a great week. And like I tell you every week, stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.